What's up?
Let me do a quick refresh just to make sure. Llama just spun up. Oh, did he now? Yeah, let's go raid Llama, guys. Starting out with Tom Llama. Drama Llama, the Drama Llama.
I'm watching Dan. What's up, Mr.
There we
Carnes?
go. Slash, raid, Control V.
Killing Dan. Dan's gonna raid me, I guess. What's up, Viking? What's up, everybody? I burned my lip really badly. You can see it's like all bloody and everything. Hurts. Burned it on pizza. It was worth it. Yeah. So, invite. Copy the clipboard. Invite. Me and me. Anybody want to come hang out and chit chat? I'm actually printing. My printer's going round and round and round. You wouldn't know that, but it really, really is. So anyway, what's everyone doing tonight on a Friday? What is up, Mr. Stephen Poole? There's like a weird thing going to my support, which you can't really see because the stem is in the way. Hey, Dan. Thanks, Dan. What's up, John? Steven? Anybody else that popped in on the raid? Raid. I have my own little raid drop thing. I don't do the drop stuff there, John. I don't have it set up. Sorry, buddy. Timmy. What is up, Tim? And Viking. And Stone Monkey Research. No, I don't have any of that set up. I don't normally do stuff where I do that. I don't run. You got to run like OBS and all that crap in the background, and I don't run OBS because it doesn't work very well on my computer. And I actually stream out in the garage more, and that computer wouldn't run OBS and stream anyways. It just can't. It's too old and slow and tired and miserable. But anyway, you're more than welcome to come hang out and join in, and let's have a chat. Have people come in. Come on, Viking. Viking, you need to come in. You haven't been on a live chat in a really long time. You really need to come in on a live chat. Come on, Viking. I know you want to. Come hang out. Or Tim. Or Michael. We haven't seen Michael on a stream in a really long time either. Mr. Cassell. Peer pressure. That's right, Bob. You can come join too, Bob. You're allowed to come on the stream now and again. I know you're like you've committed yourself to a monkey only join stream. A month maybe. That's a long time, dude. A month. Freaking Twitch freaks out if you don't stream for a couple of days. It like starts like sending you no. Doesn't do anything actually. Sounded good. Anyway, I'm very happy with my new bandsaw and the new blade and everything, and it works very well. Works very, very well. Works like a champ. And now I am printing an adapter for my that's not streaming. That's just Discord. That's Discord is. Don't really like Discord. I don't really trust Discord. They've kind of done some shady things with their users and can't get in. The regular my old account I still can't get into. Well, what's the point of that? It's boring. It's just hanging out at a bar without having to actually go to the bar. It's not even hanging out at the bar. It's just recluse. Discord's kind of, I don't know. The more I use it, the less I like it. No, that's Discord. Hey Discord, my freaking password won't reset. Well, use the reset password. That's what I'm telling you. It's not working. It won't reset the password. But all you have to do is reset the password. It doesn't work. You have to enter the 8-digit code. I entered the 8-digit code that they sent me. It didn't work. Did it like 10 freaking times. Won't reset the password. Literally just kept screwing up. That and a lot of people don't remember, but they had a freaking bunch of breaching of their servers and didn't say anything about it for a while. They have weird, like, I don't know. For something that's supposed to be so secure, they seem very insecure. That's all right. I just made a new account and started over. I am 3D printing an adapter for my planer. If you ever seen those DeWalt, lunchbox planters, the vacuum chute, which isn't a vacuum, it's actually a blower chute. Ad time, yep. Gotta have ads. That's how I make my 35 cents. Because you all have to see an ad for 5 minutes. Or, you could just subscribe. We'll wait 30 seconds for the ad. Or not. Ad time. Time out. You've been timed out. Do I like tea or coffee? I like both tea or coffee. I drink both. And I drink iced coffee, and I drink iced tea, and I drink hot tea, and I drink hot coffee. And I am not a coffee snob because I like all coffee. What is up, One Raz? Everyone's on Twitch, One Raz. You're the only one left on YouTube. A recipe for tea? What's a recipe? You add hot water to the bag of tea and let it soak. And I actually like the Lipton teas, and believe it or not, my mother loves tea, Lipton tea, and I snuck in some store brand Big Y cheapo. It was less than half the price for more. It was like 30 for Lipton in the box of 30, and it was like 50 for half the price of the store brand. We both like the store brand better. It's actually a little stronger. Yeah, I used to do cold brew, and then I just like coffee. I love coffee. I like good coffee, bad coffee. I can drink Starbucks. I can drink freaking. The only thing I really don't like, I find Maxwell House. It's just too weak. It doesn't get enough coffee flavor. But I right now I've got It's not even Folgers. I buy Folgers all the time. I buy every once in a while. I'll buy a fancy brand. I just like coffee. There's coffee snobs that'll be like, I don't like this brand. It's got to be done this way, and it's coffee, man. I like the variety of it. I like coffee. I do. I deliberately go out and like one week I'll buy Walmart brand coffee, and the next week I'll buy, store brand coffee, and the next week I'll buy Folgers, and the next week after that I'll buy, Green Mountain. I do like Green Mountain a lot. I like Starbucks once in a while. I wouldn't buy it all the time. I can't afford to buy it all the time, but once in a while, I like a Starbucks. It's a little burnt tasting, but it's coffee and it tastes good. I just like coffee. I love coffee. And I'm not a coffee snob. I actually like variety of flavors in coffee. I like multiples. In fact, if you look in there, my coffee bin, I think I've got some Stop and Shop brand. I've got some Big Y brand. I got some Walmart store brand. I got some Folgers. I got some Green Mountain. I got some Dunkin' Donuts. I actually like Dunkin' Donuts for the hazelnut, and I'll buy their little bag because it's ridiculously overpriced. It's like $9 or $10 for a stupid little bag that's not even a pound anymore. It's like 10 ounces or whatever. But I don't make it all. Coffee ice cream, yep, love coffee ice cream. Coffee milkshakes, yum, the best. Matter of fact, I make coffee floats all the time, where I make coffee and then put vanilla ice cream on top. Mm. And the Kahlua thing never really. Not big on Kahlua. I drank it a lot when I was younger. We used to do mind erasers a lot. If you don't know what a mind eraser is, look it up. It's layered. It's I'm trying to remember which way it goes. Uh, Vodka, no, soda, water, vodka, and then Kahlua, and you layer it, and you put a straw in it, you go and suck it down, and all you taste is soda, water, and Kahlua. You don't really taste the vodka, and you get really stupid, shit faced. One Raz, okay, he's here. He's on Twitch. I don't really do White Russians either anymore. I did espresso vodka. I've never had that. I might have to try that. Espresso vodka. I've never heard of espresso vodka. Kahlua and chocolate milk. That might be a little too sweet. Bulletproof Coffee? Never heard of it. Is that a European Viking brand? And that's it. I can drink coffee black. I actually prefer cream and sugar in my coffee. And if I make iced coffee, it has to be. I add extra sugar and extra cream. It's bad, but I do. Iced coffee needs to be creamy and sweet. But when I make iced coffee, I actually make the coffee extra strong because you're adding ice to it and everything. It's a U.S. brand. Never heard of it. I used to really like, and actually, I'm hoping that will be up here sometime soon. A friend of mine that lives in Florida, she used to take us down into the Keys. She's a girl I used to, every winter for like 15 years, she owned a bunch of apartments down in Florida, and she'd set them up in yearly leases. And when she started it, all the leases end between like Christmas and mid-March. So she used to send me down there, and as the lease would end, I would move into the apartment and like paint it, fix, I do the maintenance-y stuff for the next, re-up of the lease, unless someone released it. But I used to do it every year. I had to go down and, anyways, she lives in the Keys now, and the last time we did a couple of apartments she bought and she sold them all, but we did a couple down in the Keys, and there's a place called Baby's Coffee, and it is the most southern coffee roaster in the United States. It's just north of Key West. It's like half hour, 40 minutes north of Key West, if that. But it's bizarre because you're on like that causeway, it's like you're driving down the highway going down into the Keys, and you're on that section that you're on the road. You're not on the bridge, but you're on the road. But if you look to the left, there's water. And you look to the right, there's water. It's like enough land for a house or two on either side. But that's it. It's like, and you're driving down this basically a causeway going down to Key West. And all of a sudden, there's like this little chunk of land that branches out, and there's Baby's Coffee. And you drive by, and you cannot help but smell the roasting, and it's just awesome. But it's like $20 a pound. It's ridiculously overpriced. But it is good. It's really good coffee. And they have some like killer caffeine ones that are like quadruple caffeine. It's like doing a shot of espresso like 8 times in a row. They're ridiculously potent. God, it was good coffee though. Again, I'm happy with Folgers. I actually Folgers is probably my number one-ish purchased coffee, just because it's generally cheap. I've actually grown to like, which I think is actually made by Folgers. Um, Dollar General has their own brand, and it's like $2 cheaper than Folgers for the same amount, and it says on the bottom "made by Folgers." It is a little different. It's a little weaker. Their breakfast blend, which is Folgers is already kind of weak, but so I don't buy it a lot. But I actually like when I buy the hazelnuts and the stuff like that. Like I bought hazelnut and mocha a while ago. I don't take the bag and just scoop it out and make coffee. I actually take it and I have a little 1 pounder can, and I put like 2/3 regular or whatever coffee I'm drinking at the time, and then I add the hazelnut on top and shake it up because the flavored coffees that I can't drink straight. Like even if I go into a store, like I have a couple of like little convenience store. They're local mom and pop convenience stores, and they all have either Green Mountain or trying to remember the other brand, but they're all most of them are Green Mountain in those stores now. But they'll always have the hazelnut, and I'll take half a cup of regular blend and then top it off with the hazelnut because I don't like the flavored coffees that strong. I like a hint of hazelnut or a hint of mocha or a hint of flavor, but not straight up flavor. Anyway, we need people in here. Somebody hop in, damn it. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and babble, and it's ridiculous listening to me babble about coffee. It's time to have a hangout on Friday. Actually, Bob and you guys, you're all doing the hangout tonight anyways, aren't you? The regular hangout. And stuff. Where like you hang out and stuff. I'm doing like 5 other things all at once. Instant tea's okay once in a great while. Like if it's a really hot day and there's nothing else there, and sometimes I'd rather have it than soda. Especially lately, I'm trying to cut my soda way down. This is juice, which all their studies are saying is just as bad as soda now, but whatever. Yeah, excuses. Um, I'm trying to cut down on the junk. Been drinking more and more. Oh, it's not there. It must be downstairs. I did take it downstairs when I get the juice. I usually have like the coffee in the morning. I'll have an iced coffee now that it's hot. And I've cut my second cup of regular coffee out because I do like sugar in it. I'm just trying to cut back on all the junk. So I have a coffee, a nice coffee, usually a cup of water in between, ice water in between. And then all afternoon I just drink ice water. And then with dinner or just after dinner, I'll have a juice or a soda. And then it's back to ice water. Try and drink more and more ice water. Yeah, but you're a freaking vampire, so you don't need sleep. That sounds like normal sleep for you. I hope this thing works. This is actually, it's not just an adapter, it's a whole switch over. Have you ever seen the DeWalt planers? They have like this thing that spins and clips on, and that actually puts the vacuum tube on it. And it's kind of goofy and weird because it goes from like this weird size. It's like a 2 3/4 inch that comes out of the blower. So you don't need a vacuum with a DeWalt planer. It's got a blower built in that's actually stronger than most vacuums. But it's a weird size, and then it goes out and it has this like big cone that goes to the 4 inch, but it's straight out the back. So when you hook the hose on and you're feeding the boards through, it's right in the middle, and the hose is always drooping and catching on the board. So basically, a lot of people just put another adapter on it and bring it around to kick it to the side. I'm like, why am I putting an adapter on an adapter on it? So I took theirs off and measured it and made all the little notches and pinholes, and so hopefully it'll like spin on there and it'll not only come off and go 45, but it'll go 45 degrees up as well as 45 degrees to the side. So when you hook the hose on it, it goes up and away from your boards, hopefully. That is the plan with this. Whether it works or not, well, you know, I did llama do it, so I'm guessing it'll take 3 or 4 tries to get it even close to right. But that's it. No, they don't. Look, they don't sleep. They just hang out in their coffins. It's when they get on the internet. They get on the internet in their coffins. Sure. What's up, Vince? The only vampires that are real are creeps. Hey, Viking's not a creep. He's just the vampire. He's a good vampire. He's a Viking vampire. But he is a vampire. The only vampires that are real are creeps. Like that. That's funny. Creep. Viking's not a creep. He calls you a creep, Viking. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Oh, Jesus. Nope. No way. Phone's ringing. Getting really tired with these robocalls. Half of them are political now, and I just don't want to hear it from either side. Oh, here we go. Now I got to go and view that. Get over to Twitch. Because I'm not on Twitch. Oh, that's on YouTube. YouTube. View on YouTube.
Oh, that's on YouTube.
Oh, we got to delete that. And then report this guy. Oops. Why won't it let me? Oh, I'm not signed in there. Anybody on YouTube? YouTube. Me. Now I'm signed in. Got it. YouTube. Report. Oh, I gotta kill my own voice. Okay, that's done. Naked HD XYZ. Future is here. Dating AI. What kind of weird crap is that? Yeah, I see that. Thanks, Kit. Oops. Now it wants me to sign in. Yeah, you're the only one on YouTube, Kit. Everyone else is on Twitch, but that's okay. Good thing you were there. Yeah, I reported it too. That way they just get booted. They'll just be back. It don't matter. It don't matter to me if you say I'm crazy. One of these days I'm going to build this thing that I started like, I don't know, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Kind of changed my attitude toward it. I think I'm going to make it a box frame. Yeah, a lot of people aren't. Dating AI when you want nothing but bullshit. Yep, that's right, Kit. Kit's on Twitch or on YouTube. You guys can't see him. One of these days I'm going to hook up all that stuff that makes like all the chat show. Why would you date AI? It's just, I don't get it. It's just like weird. Like you see these movies where the guy falls in love with a robot. It's a freaking robot. It's not real. I have been playing. And this is really going to freak some of you out that know me. I've been playing pretty heavily with Prusa Slicer 2.5. And I'm not hating it as much as I normally hate Prusa Slicer. I mean, all the stuff that's wrong with Prusa Slicer is still wrong with Prusa Slicer, but it's not. It's getting to the point where I can overlook it because they have the features that make it worth overlooking it, if that makes sense. I mean, the interface is still one of the worst. I'd rather deal with Cura sometimes than Prusa Slicer. I don't know why people like the interface of it. It's just terrible. I shouldn't say it's terrible. It's just I don't particularly like it. I find it's like running Windows. It's like dealing with Windows. I just don't enjoy using it. Bamboo Slicer? No. Yikes in a way. No, I'm not ranting. I like the whatever arachnid freaking thing that they stole from Cura. Because I actually played with it on Cura too, but I think there's features in Prusa Slicer I want. I like the paint on supports, although I still got to figure out how they don't work right, and it's not. I haven't figured out how to make them work right. I just dabble in it. I jump in. I don't really go and figure out how to do it right. I just kind of jump in and start playing with it, so it's not coming out right. But that's me, not them. But the paint on sports are pretty cool. The arachnid, I can't say arachnid crap is what's up, 3D Maker Kid? Everyone's on Twitch but you and Kit. Go over to Twitch. It doesn't really matter. Just no one will respond to you on YouTube. But the whole of arachnid, whatever they call it, I call it arachnid slicer. See, I don't really like Super Slicer. Not that it's bad, but oh my god, the interface on that's even worse. It's like a jumbled up pile of BS. Yeah, you have every setting in the world, but there's literally like almost no organization to it. There's like, if you look at the window in Super Slicer, there's like a setting over here, and then there's a setting way over here, and then another one over here, and then they're just like in a row and in a row, and but there's no, it's like unorganized. It's hard to find anything. Arachnid. Okay, that's how you say it. I don't know. Whatever. Arachnid. Yeah. Anyway. That's all you need to make tea is water. Tea. A cup and a spoon. I usually add cream and sugar to milk. I don't like cream and tea. I don't know why. But I like cream and coffee, milk and tea. I don't know why, but it just tastes better that way. But I mostly, when it comes to tea, I only like Lipton, whatever they call it, black tea or whatever it's called. I'm not into all the fancy weirdo teas, although I do like green tea now and again. I actually like the big iced tea company that makes iced tea bottle crap. You always see their ads. I want to say Lipton, but it's not Lipton. It's the other one. Can't think of the name of it. Something like it's not Arizona, but it's one of those. Anyways, they have a green tea in the glass bottle. I can see the freaking thing. Anyways, they have a green tea that's an iced green tea. It's really very good. Yes, I know. It's green and it's not. It's younger leaves and it's not dried out or whatever they do to make tea normally. It's not roasted. Do they roast tea leaves? I don't know. Whatever. Green tea is just dried out tea leaves. But anyway, it's pretty good. They have a green tea that's really good. Now I gotta remember the name of that tea company, and I could see the stupid ad. And I'm trying to forget. Perk Peak. I used to see their ads all the time. Snapple! There it is. I knew I'd find it. Snapple. They make a really good green tea. And they used to. I haven't had it in a few years. Snapple used to make a really good green tea. You heard it here first. Snapple. Snapple. The facts and the cats. Snapple is? It's like Grolsch. We used to drink Grolsch beer. What was the other one that used to have the little... Now you got me going. The thing in the caps. There was a beer we used to get with the puzzle inside. Not Lucky Lager. I heard of Lucky Lager, but that's not the one we used to get. Heffenreffer. Yes, Heffenreffer used to have the puzzles in the beer cap. You out of here, John? See you. Heffenreffer. We used to buy Heffenreffer, so you pop the cap and you could figure out the little word puzzle. Drink a lot of Heffenreffer back when I was young. I don't even know, does Heffenreffer even still exist? They even still make beer? Are they still even around? I don't really drink beer anymore, so... Where'd it go? I was just looking at it. Heffenreffer. Heffenreffer private stock beer. Do they even still make that crap? Let's go look. Heffenreffer private stock malt liquor. Oh, they've gone to cans. They're not making the beer bottles anymore. It's all cans. Score 70. Okay. Half quart. That would be a pint, people. Half quart. Seriously. Anyway. So, yeah. We've gone to beer. From 3D printing. What other weird crap can we talk about? Because no one's willing to come in here and chit chat. Come on, let's freaking start a chit chat. Where is everybody? Where's all the peoples? Non-fam. Jump in, non-fam. We haven't seen you on the stream. Whoops. That's Heffenreffer. No one's willing to come in. It's going to get really boring. Just listen to me freaking babble if no one wants to come in and babble with me. We need some intelligent conversation. That'll be hard because it is, me. But intelligent conversation would help. This thing's printing very nice. 3D Maker Kid. What's up? And
Hello.
StreamYards, but no camera. That's all right.
Yeah, is there a way to like stream my screen or something just so that there's something there?
Yeah, you can do the share right at the bottom. It says share.
Oh,
Mute,
okay.
stop
I've
cam,
never
share.
touched this before.
Well, you can just leave it. You can replace your little thing with an icon.
There, I got it, I
I'm
think.
trying to remember how to do it.
Maybe I got it.
Edit name, edit mic setting. You can actually make your you can put like your logo in there. It'll just be your logo in the circle.
Yeah, I think I managed to share the screen.
Yep, you did.
Yeah.
But then it comes up as a separate window. But that's all right. What the hell is that?
It's a 3-pound combat robot.
Oh, cool.
Have
That
to
looks
have it
pretty
ready for July 30th.
Well, it's July 30th. Combat Robot Day.
Yeah, combat. It's the competition that I'm going to for it. This is a mess.
Have you been watching Maker's Muse and his thing?
Yeah, I haven't much. I haven't watched much YouTube actually for a while.
Oh, he just released a video like a week or two ago. He's getting back into it because that's what got him into 3D printing was combat robot.
Oh yeah, he I think he helped like jumpstart the scene in Australia.
Yeah, but he's getting back into it, and that's his new thing. He said he's going to do is he's going to start getting back into it, and his videos for the next month or two or whatever are going to be about designing, building, editing, fixing, testing his combat robot.
That'd actually be really cool. I feel like he would have some really cool design stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. I mean, he's been doing it a while. He's been doing it 10 years or more. So he knows what he's doing. Even when he wasn't doing it, he was still dabbling in it.
Yeah, that's generally how it is, unfortunately. Always end up just doing that instead of doing whatever else you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, well, that's me too. I'm always doing something other than what I'm supposed to be doing. That's part of life.
Yeah.
You do what you're supposed to do, you'll have no fun and just die.
You're not wrong.
So do all the stuff you're not supposed to do and have fun doing it. Because, then you had fun.
Yeah.
Round and round and round it goes. Printing little frickin' adapters for my hose.
Trying to get a TPU print to go right now for the wheel on this.
TPU is awesome.
Yeah, I think I was up to 16 cubic millimeters per second flow with it the other day.
I don't even play flow rate games. I just put it on there and hit print.
Was 0.3 millimeter layers at 150 millimeters per second.
That's pretty fast for TPU.
Yeah. Got a custom setup going now.
I pretty much just use my PLA settings.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. I up temperature a bit.
It'll change. I sometimes kick the temperature down a degree or two, and that's about it, depending on the weather. Like right now, I've got the bed. Summertime, I kick my bed down at like 5 degrees, and I kick the hot end down 5 degrees. Wintertime, I kick them both up 5 degrees. Other than that, I have like layer setting, if I want real thick layers because I want to do it faster, I want real thin layers because I want it pretty. Other than that, it's about all I adjust nowadays. I don't really play with the freaking settings anymore. Well, I was saying earlier, I have been playing with Cruise Slicer. And I'm actually liking the new beta version there.
Is it 2.5 beta is out now?
Yeah. And it's,
okay.
Dude, especially for this kind of stuff, the whole Arachne freaking engine will make that not only print faster, but better. Because you don't get all those weird zigzaggies and all, and it actually does work. I haven't seen anything about 2.5 yet, so I don't know what that is. It's basically just. Have you heard of the Arachne freaking engine?
No.
Kira came out with it and made it. It's open source, so Cruiser Slicer
Oh.
into it and started using it too. It's
Well,
been around for like 5 or 6 years. Some dude designed it, but it just never went mainstream. And Kira made it mainstream, and then Cruiser Slicer did.
Yeah.
Basically, what it does is, how sometimes when you're doing shells and it can't quite make it, it'll either skip it or it'll do those stupid little zigzaggies.
Yeah.
It gets rid of the zigzaggies. It just says, "Hey, over extrude a little bit to fill it in." Like all those purples.
That's awesome.
All those purples, it'll turn into straight lines.
That would make this so much better. Okay.
Yeah, dude, try it because I haven't had a problem. Now I'm on a Mac, so I don't know. I'm assuming you're on a PC. Yeah, you're on Windows.
Well, I think that the Mac version of Cruiser Slicer honestly normally has more issues because they don't optimize it as much.
Yeah, well, it doesn't get as much use, but you're on Windows, so I don't know if it's stable, but it's perfectly stable on the Mac. As far as I've only been playing with it for a couple of days here and there. But it's perfectly stable, at least for me it has been, and it works so much better.
That is the best thing ever.
Yeah, it'll get rid of like some of, not all of them, depends on that infill and everything.
Well,
it'll get rid of some of the zigzaggies that you normally get to do little infills and stuff. You can just set it to say, hey, over extrude a little bit or under extrude, 3 shells instead of 2 shells normal and having to, do a third zigzag,
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. I can't believe someone hasn't done it earlier. And it definitely does. And the other thing is it's just, I find it just quieter running because it's not sitting there going, doing those little zigzags.
Thankfully, I'm like probably 2 meters away from my printer, so I don't have to deal with it as much, but it can still be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, it's just loud and annoying, and I always look at the printer. The printer's right here, so I'm always like, it starts doing that infill, and I'm just like, why? Why can't you just do a freaking loop and be done?
I really want to see them optimize the travels next because it just annoys me.
No,
because like,
what more are you going to do with the travel than the travel?
Like, it doesn't make any sense what order it does it in.
I agree. Some of them, and even though I love Idea Maker, I think Idea Maker is probably the worst. It does like an area, and then it does a shell, and then it comes over here, and it does an area. It does another. Just do the whole damn shell and then move.
It's not just Idea Maker either. It's all slicers.
Yeah, they all do. But I do think Idea Maker is like the worst at that, and part of it is settings. You can set it so it'll do certain things, but. Yeah, they all kind of do that. Their order of mostly shell. It's not even a travel. It's the shell print order, I guess.
Yeah.
It
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, none of them are great.
It's just like I'm working in CNC stuff now, and it's such a weird difference because you have these hyper optimized toolpaths in CNC, and then you come over to printing, and it's just like, yeah, this is nothing like it.
Yeah.
Because you have all of these unoptimized things,
Fusion?
What?
Do you use Fusion for your G-code on CNC?
I'm just like as a CNC operator right now, so I haven't really done any programming yet, but if it would probably be Mastercam if I started programming for them.
You don't have to program. You can use Fusion. You just go and hit design and go down to manufacturing.
Yeah, or I would probably be using Mastercam for my cam instead of Fusion. Because, in industry and they can afford to pay $30,000 for a license a year.
I think I'd still use Fusion. Fusion's pretty nutty for the CNC. That's what I use. I use my Fusion for my CNC, and it's just the only thing I can't get it to do yet, and I know it can, but it doesn't seem to be a popular thing because it's hard to do, is do like inlays with Fusion. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it naturally like Aspire and all those do.
Yeah, I tried doing that with my snap maker that I have at home once, and it wasn't that great.
No, it's not. And there's a way to do it, but I don't know. I got to look into it because there's a few people that will do inlays with Fusion videos, and they just kind of go away. And I'm really thinking I'm gonna like get into it and just do it and figure out a way to do it reliably. Because obviously it's doable. Because Aspire does it all the time. There's a
Oh
couple
yeah,
others that do it, but they're all like super expensive software. I mean,
yeah,
what's Aspire? $1,500 a year.
and like
I'm not paying.
that's a lot of money to you and me, but to industry that's nothing, unfortunately. My school got quoted $5,000 a year per seat for Mastercam.
That's actually cheap for Mastercam, ain't it?
Yeah, really cheap for Mastercam, but then they gave it to a different school for free. So
What
there's
the
that.
hell? That's like freaking SolidWorks. I mean, SolidWorks is a good app, but their pricing is just so out of this world weird. Oh, it's weird. One day you can call them up and they'll be like $1,500 a year. It's yours. And you call them up 2 weeks later and like $5,000 a year. It's yours. There's
Yep,
no set pricing with them. They
it's
just make
just
it up as they go.
it's a mess. I have the $100 a year license for SolidWorks because I'm a student, but
Yeah, but that's why I prefer Fusion because Fusion's free. Why? And I'm sorry, it's as good. There's certain
Fusion.
things that SolidWorks does better, and there's certain things that Fusion does better. But they're both. I mean, they're both decent. There's nothing wrong with Fusion.
Oh yeah, I used SolidWorks for probably 6 or 7 months, and like it's fine. I just like the workflow in Fusion better.
I find the
Um,
workflow in Fusion simpler, easier.
oh yeah, and the
Less,
fact that
it's not even easier. It's just plain and simply less steps to get to the same thing. I
yeah, and
think.
being able to have all of your uh components in one design.
Yeah,
Like I know that some people actually don't like that and they see it like as a plus, but that's just personal preference. But for me, it's essential at this point.
yeah. I mean, I've used SolidWorks. It's been a long time since I used it, but I just, I, I mean, if you learned on it and that's all you know, sure, great. But Fusion is
Yeah,
just as good. It really
I
is.
I, I switched to SolidWorks because Fusion deleted several hundred hours of my modeling just randomly. So I figured, hey, I'll give SolidWorks a try because it's something that I probably need to learn for my job anyways, eventually. So I gave it a try, and the only thing I liked better about it than Fusion was the rendering.
Yeah, the rendering's pretty decent. It's better at doing assemblies too, but not a lot.
Yeah, it's not worth the $100 a year whenever I can just get the hobbyist version of Fusion for free.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Fusion
get there's a
is
lot of people that are like, oh, Autodesk is going to screw you over. You know what? If they do, they do.
and all
I've
CAD
been
companies
using it
will.
for what, 5, 6, 7 years now? I don't even know how long, years. And I've never had, yeah, they change their licensing all the time, but in real reality, they've improved their licensing every year. They've lowered their price every year. This is the first year they just raised it like $100 this year. And you still get, you're getting way more with Fusion than you are with SolidWorks because you're getting the machining and the
Yeah.
electrical and the sheet metal. Not that I use any of that, but it's all there if you
Is there
want it.
electrical in this?
Yep, it's part of the manufacturing.
Oh.
You can do
Boy,
electrical work. You can do
I
rendering. You can do milling. You can do.
inspection.
Um,
Huh.
and I think it's only in the paid version too,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
which is fine. I mean, and it's what 500. It's actually it just went up. It's like $650 a year now, compared to
Yeah, it's not all.
SolidWorks is $1,500, $1,600 per user plus what people don't get, that's just to get it. That's just so you can use it. And then you have to pay a service fee on top of that if you want to call them up and go, hey, this isn't working. What am I doing wrong? Or what's your program doing wrong? You got to pay for a fee on top. It's just ridiculously overpriced.
I think the only real complaint I have about Fusion right now, at least, is there's no dark mode.
There kind of is.
Is there?
Yeah, you can go down and set the freaking background to whatever you want.
Oh.
Go to those little squares on the top of your timeline. You got the little, all the way down at the bottom, right above your timeline. You got the 6 or 7 buttons. Keep going over one.
Oh, over one.
The very last one on the right. That one. No. One of those you can set the like background color and stuff. It's the screen one. It looks like it's green. Right there. Environment.
Nice. Maybe. Okay. That's.
And you can adjust all of it. Like you can actually go into preferences and screw with all of that.
Okay, that just looks awful.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the stock kind of gray. It's not too.
Yeah, that's a good middle ground.
Yeah, it's almost too dark though because you lose some of your shadows. But you can adjust all your shadows and your lighting and all that too. Go back up to visual style, very top. You do have shadow with visible. Shadow with hidden edges. What's that?
And
that one shows you all the edges in the background.
Audio just cut out 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, what?
And you can even, if you go into preferences, you can even like change on the left side in your browser. You can even change the background colors of those.
Oh, nice. Cool, that helps a lot. I guess I now have no real complaints about Fusion.
I still don't think it's... my biggest complaint with Fusion is how long it takes to start up and shut down.
I just never shut it down.
I have to shut it down. It's too much of a memory hog for me.
That's fair. What did I just do?
And it's still, that's the other thing, is where I'm on an M1 Mac, it's still in freaking Rosetta.
So older software version?
Yeah, it's not native to the Mac. It runs fine. It's just, it chews up more memory because of it.
I don't know. I've yet to
Well, I hear they're going to release a beta, if they haven't already. I haven't looked, because I know a new update came out, this week? Past week, I think a new update came out. And I think there's a beta version for the M1 finally.
Nice.
It really doesn't need one. It runs just fine in the Rosetta. It is a memory hog, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that being resource limited now. Perils of only having 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yep, 99% memory usage.
Yeah.
Google Chrome is using 9 gigs. Yeah, that's not... No.
Oh, that's the other thing. Chrome uses a buttload. I hate Chrome. The only time I use Chrome is for streaming, because StreamYard has to have some of the Chromium based, and I've tried some of the other ones, and they all have issues. One of them drops audio, one of them gives visual weirdness.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully that doesn't crash my other Chrome window.
Chrome's the only one that's stable video-wise.
Yeah, I've been thinking about just installing Opera or something on this computer for...
Yeah, but Opera, again, I used Opera for years. I like Opera. It doesn't work well with StreamYards, and it's a memory hog now, too. Because it's
of course it is.
It's based on Chromium now.
Oh, so it's the same framework.
Yep. So was what's the other one? Brave. I tried Brave, and I really liked Brave until they got they got scammy.
Yeah, I have like a super old version of Brave on my Linux laptop. Just doesn't get updated. It's nice.
Yeah, well, he got busted for being worse than Google with tracking what you're doing and stuff.
That sounds about right.
Well, part of their thing was you could actually get paid through Brave by doing certain, watching certain sites and doing certain things. You could actually, Brave would pay you. But they were tracking the crap out of you and just selling your info. Like Google, like when you Google something, Google like uses that info. Well, Brave is doing it all the time, every day, all the time. Kind of like
pretty ironic that Brave is doing that, given that their whole thing was supposed to be privacy.
Yeah, well, privacy to them.
Well, yeah, of course.
They privately take all your information.
Time to see if
the Twitch ads aren't all that bad there, One Raz. Stop your bitching. And that's how I make my 25 cents a day. I think I got like a whole $7 this month.
Just from Twitch ads?
Well, Twitch in general.
Ah. Well, probably better than YouTube would have been.
2 or 3 people that are subscribed, so that's like $4 there. And then a couple of dollars in ads over the course of the month. They don't pay out till you hit 100 yet, and I've yet to hit $100. I'm at like $80 right now. I started Twitch streaming back just after Christmas, and I've yet to get a payout. That's all right. When I get it, I'm going to pay StreamYards off. I'll just pay a year with it right then and there.
Yeah, because is StreamYards the host has to pay for it every year, and then obviously I didn't have to pay anything, so anybody who joins just doesn't have to pay for it?
Well, StreamYards has a free one.
Okay.
Their free version allows you to stream. You're limited to like 40 or 50 hours a month.
Oh, that's
and
not
you're also limited to 6 people.
Oh, okay. That's a bit worse.
They have a paid one for $25 that has unlimited streaming. You have 50 hours of storage. Because as we're streaming, StreamYard stores this video. I can download the video and edit it and put it back up as a YouTube video or whatever if I want.
Yeah.
StreamYard's not Twitch, but StreamYards is recording it and they save it. With the $25 one, they only allow you 50 hours, though. Then they have, like, I think it's $50 or $60 or $75 a month. They have an unlimited everything. But every year for Black Friday and every year right at Christmas, the $25 one goes up on sale for $10 a month. And I snagged it. So I have all the same features that the $25 a month one has, but I'm only paying $10. The only catch is if you look next to my logo, it still says StreamYards.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm saving $15 a month by letting them stick their name on there.
Oh well.
Okay.
Take that any day.
Yeah. But they only do it. They do it every year, or have been doing it every year. I mean, StreamYards hasn't been around all that long. But they have done it almost every year for the last 3 years, for $10 a month, and they only do it on Black Friday. They do it the Black Friday weekend, and then they do it again between Christmas and New Year's. That week between Christmas and New Year's, they always do it, and that's when I spent this year. And
they let you pay for a whole year at once?
You can pay for the whole year, and it's $90, or you can pay per month, and it's $10 a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So when I get, hopefully, Twitch will pay me out the $100 by Black Friday, so I can re-up it and just do the $90 and save even more money. Because I'm paying, I'm basically paying $120 a year because I'm paying $10 a month. Or I'm pretty sure it's $90 or $100. You save 20. Yeah, I think it's $100. You save $20 a year by just prepaying the whole year. So I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
in a freaking heartbeat. I am printing with Hatchbox Pla.
Oh, that's kind of a throwback.
I haven't had. I found it. It was just like I'm digging through my thing and I'm looking for because I'm doing a vacuum attachment. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking. I'm like bright red. That'd be cool. What is this? I was thinking it was printed solids because that's basically all I buy now. And for flat colors. And I flipped it over and said Hatchbox. I'm going, God, I haven't bought Hatchbox in like 5 years.
Yeah, I haven't bought filament in like, oh geez,
Let's
8 months.
And see when I did buy this, because it's got to be a couple 3 years old at least. Hatchbox. Let's look in my history. I bought this roll. Oh, that's TPU. The last time I bought Hatchbox was TPU. I bought it on May 27th, 2017.
Yeah,
and I
geez.
bought this roll of PLA, Hatchbox Red PLA, October 5th, 2016.
Yeah, well before I even got into printing.
That was when I bought this roll of filament, and it's almost full. I mean, I've obviously printed off a few times, but it's like 80% still there.
Yeah.
2016. It's what, 6 years old? It's printing beautifully. Oh crap! There's that freaking porno moron again.
The Hatchbox stuff you printed pretty well for me normally.
I always liked it. It was my go-to back, because it was cheap. Then they got expensive and
Now you're better off
hard
ordering.
to find.
Yeah. I'm doing IC3D Recycled PET G for like prototyping and stuff now, and then everything else is Tolman, Alloy 910, and TPU.
Yeah, see, I've been using
Have you
I've
tried
been using printed solid for my basic everyday,
Yeah.
printing because it's cheap, it's easy, it's a local guy. I like supporting them. It's about the cheapest you can buy. I
Yeah,
really like.
You're pretty close to them, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean they're right 5-6 hours away if I'm by driving, but it's not that far. It's right on the East Coast. I really like Paramount 3D too. I love their freaking PLA. Mostly because it prints good. There's nothing spectacular about it other than their colors are just amazing. They have the most amazing set of colors ever.
Yeah, they have a much wider color selection than most places.
Well, all their colors are freaking Pantone specific too. Like they have a weird name for it, but they actually give you the Pantone code for it.
Yeah.
All the Paramount 3Ds come with a Pantone code.
So you actually know what that color is.
Yeah, and you can match it. The other one I've been playing with recently is because it was sent to me. I didn't buy it. Someone sent it to me for my birthday, but I really like it. And I want to order some more, actually. Is Sparta 3D out of Canada. Maple Leaf people.
Oh, that's probably as expensive shipping.
No, it's not, because if you go over, I don't know, like $50 or $60, it's free shipping in the U.S.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think they have a distributor in the U.S.
That makes sense.
I'm not positive. Bob Carnes is still here. He can tell you because that's actually got it for me. He bought it for my birthday. Sent me a couple rolls. But I got a color changing one, which I started playing with, but I can't show the print because it's a top secret print, at least for another 2 days. And then I got a bunch of, they sent me a roll of flexible PLA. And I never liked flexible PLA, and I'll tell you what, I like that better than TPU right now.
I've always been interested in that stuff because what is it technically? Is it still PLA, like chemically?
It's PLA with an additive to make it gooey. It's stiffer than TPU in general.
Okay.
And after the TPU, you can get in hard and soft, and and same with the soft PLAs, the flexible PLAs. There's varieties, but I've tried a bunch of flexible PLAs, and they always printed kind of crappy. I mean, they were okay, but it was kind of like printing wet TPU all the time. You never or not wet TPU, wet PETG. It was always kind of stringy and never quite came out good. I print with that. It's just like printing PLA. You wouldn't know until you go and grab it and it's all squishy.
Cool.
But it's stiffer than like most TPUs, even cheap stiff TPUs. It's a little bit stiffer than that, which I like because I'm using it for the CNC and stuff like that. I want it like I made my vacuum boot out of it. It's freaking awesome. It was perfect for that. And I like it because if I crash the head into something, it don't break.
Yeah.
It doesn't break the CNC machine. It doesn't break whatever it crashed into. It just flexes out of the way. And it works beautifully. It's all fiction fit. And it works like unbelievably well.
Yeah, I might have to look into that stuff. I just would need to figure out if it's suitable for combat stuff.
It might be, other than like regular PLA. It's not the highest heat resistant.
Yeah, honestly,
CPU really isn't either. So
heat is kind of the least of my problems. I use TPU because it can take so hard of hits and it's cheap compared to what else I could use. Other options are UHMW CNC machined or HDPE CNC machined.
That's my dust boot for my CNC. That's flexible PLA.
Yeah, and if you just crash it, it'll be fine.
Yeah, which I normally do them out of TPU, but the TPU doesn't print anywhere near as cleanly.
Yeah.
I always get, like overhangs and stuff. They both suck for overhangs. I mean, you get anything over like a 45-degree angle in TPU or PLA, but it does better with the overhangs.
Yeah, it's a flexible film, and it's going to not too great on overhangs.
Oh, that's the one I did because of monkey sticker.
Yeah.
Monkey sticker appears. There's a monkey sticker and a Chris Riley Christmas sticker and my new sticker. But yeah, that boot is awesome. And there's nothing, even the hair stuff in there, whatever you call it, the brush. It's just freaking fit into the TPU slot. I mean, a slot in the PLA, in the flexible PLA.
Pretty remarkable given how much vibration that's probably going through.
Yeah, and I've had that thing buried into stuff. I've already had it knock into a board because I said it wrong, and I had a big thick board on there, and it rammed right into it, and it literally stalled the CNC machine because it hit so hard and the bit went into it and everything, and it couldn't move. Yeah. So, I don't know, most CNCs, when it can't move after a minute, it just shuts the whole thing down, says error, and it didn't damage anything. And that whole boot was all flexed, didn't come apart, didn't come off. The brush didn't come out. I was really surprised how I was expecting I had to glue that brush in. Nope. And I've had that squished right down onto a board, cutting. Doesn't pop out, doesn't get ripped out.
So many people overlook TPU for stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I normally did it out of TPU. The first few I did, I printed the bristles with TPU.
Yeah, I think I saw that work somewhere.
But the problem with that is if it bends in and comes in contact with the bit, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Not only that, it coats the bit in that, because it hits it and it's hot, and it just kind of melts it, and the bit ends up getting gooed up with the melted TPU. Dude, that thing looks cool. It kind of looks like you know what it looks like to me? It looks like a drag behind lawnmower. It's what it looks like to me. I used to run a bunch of them. Like I ran a John Deere with one of those. I ran a Gravely with one of those, and something else when I was younger. I used to mow lawns during the summers.
Yeah.
And I always ran one of the big tractors with the tow behind mowers, like 60, 100-inch ones. And that kind of looks like
that. Yeah.
It looks like the old drum. I had a drum one. It had like 500 blades on it. They didn't spiral horizontally. It was a drum that rotated with a bunch of dangly blades on it.
Huh.
It is a battle bot. That's what he's building, Rover, is a battle bot. I'm assuming that thing in the center is supposed to be some kind of spinny, crushy, choppy up, damagey thing, right?
Yeah, it's 14,000 RPM spinner.
Yeah, what's that going to be made out of? Some kind of steel?
Yeah, it's AR 500. I have to get it plasma cut.
Cast iron, baby. Actually, cast iron would probably just shatter.
Ah, crap. Why did the audio just get out?
Cast iron's pretty brittle and soft. Cast iron, people don't realize cast iron is actually soft for iron. Depending on who's casting it and how much carbon they add, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, cast iron's actually pretty soft in general. Ooh, Matt had a pizza. I want to get one of those pizzas.
My audio is not cooperating right now.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to kill it anyways.
Okay, I think I got it fixed. I don't know why this keeps happening. Bluetooth.
What is the weight on that spinner?
230 grams.
It's not very much.
No, it's not. It's about the power of a 357 Magnum. What?
That's you're doing the ultralight, right?
Yeah, that's just a 3-pound bot, so it's nothing massive.
Yeah.
It's about a foot wide.
That's cool. That's cool. You gonna actually 3D print that, or is it all like aluminum and steel?
So it's mostly printed. So main body here is printed, wheel guards. The wheels are printed, and then silicone is cast over them to make them more grippy. Drive gears are printed. That's all in TPU. And then the weapon arms here are printed in Tolman Alloy 910 and then boiled to make them tougher.
Boiled?
Yeah. So I'm sure you know how you can't really print wet nylon. It turns out that if you saturate them with water after the fact that they're printed, they are much tougher.
Oh, did not know that. So it's kind of like annealing HTPLAs.
Yeah.
Basically annealing it.
They would shatter with a direct hit normally, but after 10 minutes in boiling water, they're, I don't want to say impervious, but pretty beefy. And I haven't had one break yet.
That's pretty cool. Never knew that. Well, anyway, on that note, I've been doing this for an hour and 15 minutes, so I think I'm going to kill it.
Okay. See you.
So you all have a good Friday evening, because it's freaking Friday. Enjoy your damn Friday. Later, folks.